This Russian Sega 223 rifle is the victim of my poor man's ATACS attempt. First, you really got to clean it good. I used gun scrubber just to get all the gunk off it. Then I spray painted it about 3 different colors. It came out just a little green. So I went back and put some more browns on it and some darker colors, all as a base. And then I got some natural sea sponges. I got these at Hobby Lobby. And then you just kind of spray a puddle of paint. The reflection here doesn't show it very well, but this is a dark green, which is also used on the gun itself. So, get yourself a good puddle going and put the sponge on it. I will admit I was pretty afraid at this point, but you just got to go ahead and do it. And then also right about now I was going, holy crap, this looks awful. But have a little faith, keep going, and it will look better, I promise. You can see the wet spots there, so I'm not smearing it. You're just kind of putting the sponge down and then rolling it over. I sped it up here a little bit so that we don't have to watch all of this in slow motion. And go over the same areas you did for a little heavier effect. And coming up here, you can see the rest of it up here. So now here comes the second color. I backed out the film. So this is a little bit of a lighter green. And you just, also a different sponge, you just put that right on top of what you've already kind of splotched on there with your first sponge. It doesn't obliterate the other color. They kind of, blend together a little bit. So then you kind of get like a third color from the 2 colors, which is kind of a nice little effect. Continue that on through the rest of the gun. So as you can see, I'm using this pretty liberally, going all around, and it's starting to look pretty good. Here's the final one. Also notice the ATACS hat in the lower right hand corner. That's a regular, genuine ATACS fabric. So obviously I'm not going to get the ATACS pattern. That's some crazy pattern I can't begin to understand, but what I'm trying to get is just something that is a reasonable match of the colors so that if I'm wearing an ATACS shirt and hat, the gun won't clash too much with that. So here we are with the light tan. Again, there's only 3 colors, and just putting it all around like that. So just kind of random. I'm not an artist by any means. I'm just kind of going where it's not and trying to be random. And then after I was all done, I thought it looked pretty good, except it was just, it's a little bit harsh. And so here I'm using a really dark green again. I'm doing really fast strokes. You see that? I'm going boom, boom, boom. I'm not trying to cover it. I'm just trying to tone it down a little bit. Actually, I do get a little bit right there. I'm trying to get a little dark spot on there. I thought that'd be interesting. I'm just hanging this by a bungee cord from the ceiling, so I can spin it and move it around as I need to. So again, very quick strokes, so I'm not covering everything, just softening it up. Here, we'll see it again. Yeah, it's kind of given it had a real heavy-duty green tinge to it, so this softened that up a little bit using the darker color. So by no means is this the actual ATACS pattern. Again, we're just trying to approximate it. If you take your rifle to one of those hydrographic places, you could pay $250, $300 or more, and you won't have your rifle for 3 weeks, and you have to ship it or whatever. So here's kind of a close-up of it. A little bit of brown in there too. Now in person, the colors look good. The camera puts kind of a greener tinge on it than I think there really is, but here you can see it with the ATACS hat. It's a little greener maybe than it needs to be, but it's really not too bad at all. There's a close-up of the stock. And then here we're going to do some, oh yeah, there's an ATACS shirt. A little bit green. Now I'm hiding the rifle in my backyard. It's not too hard to find. But the farther you get away from it, And here it is a little bit farther away there. It blends in pretty darn good. Here we are standing with an ATACS shirt. So I'm pretty happy with it. Give it a shot.